Hey YouTubers, so I get asked often whenever we're doing polymer clay things, what is the difference in between fimo, sculpey, and premo? So in this video I'm going to show you the difference and talk to you about the differences and the pros and cons and why you should pick which one over the other. So stay tuned if you want to know some more. Alright YouTubers, so as I said, we're going to discuss the difference in between fimo, sculpey, and premo. So let me just show you first off the difference, or the different packaging. So you have fimo, and this is actually the fimo soft version. If you're going to be getting fimo, I definitely suggest, especially if it's your first time getting any kind of clay, get the fimo soft. Clay for polymer clay in general is usually very, very hard. It'll hurt your fingers, trust me. So I would definitely suggest if you're going with the fimo, get the fimo soft. They also sell fimo classic and fimo effects. This is fimo effects. It's also very soft, just like the fimo soft, but it usually has some kind of something that it does. This is the color emerald. It's just a very pretty, very matte color green. This is, what is this called? This is called granite, and I don't know if you can see, but it has sparkles and it also has little black dots in it. It does look just like it says, like granite. So there are your fimo versions. And I'm going to get, at the end, I'll talk to you about which one I would definitely suggest you getting over the other. So then you have Sculpey. This is the Sculpey version. I don't believe Sculpey sells like a Sculpey effect. That's more of like a fimo type thing. Sculpey is just Sculpey. Either you have Sculpey that's normal or you'll have Sculpey that has glitter in it. It's all, I mean, this is like, you have silver. Well, what color is this? Yeah, see, this is just regular Sculpey, but I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there is definitely like a sheen to it, and it is kind of like a glittery color. Like if I touch this, I was gonna, never mind, I don't have it, but if you, I don't know if you can see, but this will transfer glitter onto your hands, but it's just called Sculpey, as the fimo has like specific brands. So if you were shopping for a clay and you wanted to get one that had glitter or something, or that glowed in the dark, then you would know to go to fimo effects. As with the Sculpey, you have to be a little bit careful, because I think I grabbed this thinking it was just gray, but it ended up being a really pretty, beautiful, sparkly color, but not exactly what I was looking for. This is just a standard pink. I think this is called Rose something. Dusty Rose, I believe. Yes, this is called Dusty Rose. Really beautiful color. The thing with Sculpey is that I wouldn't suggest using Sculpey unless you were a little more skilled with polymer clay, or if you have a little bit tougher hands, because it really, really hurts my hands and it seems to dry out the quickest. Now Premo, this is Premo Sculpey. Now Premo Sculpey is Sculpey. It's just a better version of Sculpey in my opinion. Also, Premo Sculpey, the same as Sculpey, they don't have like, it's not titled effects or soft or original or classic or any of that. It's just Premo, Sculpey, fimo soft, fimo effects, fimo classic. You know what I mean? This one is also very, very beautiful. It's a beautiful red. I forget what this one's called. Let's see. This is called Red Pearl, and it looks just like the name. It looks like a red pearl. It's very shiny and beautiful. Has a nice metallic color to it. Really, really pretty. I actually did a project on this for my school one time. I was in a speech class actually, and I demonstrated Sculpey and talked about Premo, and I learned so much about it. So if you're interested, I mean, I really would say go to your nearest library and rent a book on it, because there's some really interesting stuff involved in clay. But for Premo, I would say this is more if you want more time, because whenever you use clay, the heat from your hands warms it. It makes it malleable to make whatever you want. And I think Premo stays the hottest, the longest, if you know what I mean. Like, you can move it around the longest, or let it sit to the side and then pick it back up the longest in between using it. So you don't need like to be touching it every 5 seconds like you do with the Sculpey. So this is going to be towards the end of the video, and I want to tell you my honest opinion about which one I would rather buy. And if I was going to the store for the first time and wanted to buy clay, I would suggest buying the fimo soft out of any clay they sell. And I would also suggest like maybe trying the fimo effects and maybe getting one of like trying out the Sculpey and the Premo, but I think you're going to come back to the soft, because this fimo soft is very soft, and they all eventually dry. They slowly dry a little bit. It takes years for them to dry completely out, but the fimo soft stays the softest the longest. And it's not like super soft where it's like water, but you don't have to like condition it as much. And trust me, your fingers will thank you, because messing with clay really, really kills your fingers, I promise, especially if you make a lot. Sculpey, I've found that no matter what store I go to, where I buy it from, it dries out like that. It dries out super, super quick. and when it dries out, I wish I would have brought a demonstration piece, but maybe I will in another video. When it dries out, it just crumbles. And I actually bought some, because I remember I went to Hobby Lobby the first time I bought clay, and I bought like pretty much every color they had in Sculpey when I wanted to get into it. I was like, I'm gonna buy all the clay I can find, and oh my gosh, it's on sale for $1.77. But it ended up like all of it was like crusty and crumbly, and it killed my fingers. And I'm like, how do these people on YouTube do it? Like, how do people on Etsy sell this stuff? It sucks. But then when I found the Fimo Soft, I realized, wow, this stuff is really, really amazing. I've only had one color from the Fimo Soft that I actually left out on purpose to try and like dry it up a little bit because it was just a little too soft. But I mean, the majority of the time this stuff stays the softest the longest, and honestly it's not super soft. Like, you can still like push it and it'll like indent itself. And so will the other ones too, but like, I don't know. I just really don't like Sculpey. I'm totally against Sculpey. I will reach for the Premo. Premo seems to stay kind of wet a little while too. Sculpey, that's bad business. I wouldn't buy that. And also, just like they say with everything else, with clothes, with, you know, makeup, with anything, the cheaper the product, that's what you're getting out of it. And Sculpey is the cheapest. Premo second, and Fimo is the most expensive, but you can always find it on sale. There's always coupons. You know, there's no reason, you know, to not get this and just get this because it's cheaper. Because I think these blocks are like $250-ish, but I always wait for them to go on sale. A lot of times it's like buy one get one, or buy one get 50% off, or sometimes at Joann Fabrics they have all of their clays 50% off. So definitely check out your sources and, you know, try out what you like, but I definitely would stick with the Fimo Soft. That seems to be your safest bet. So anyways, I hope this video was super educational and helped you guys out, and I wish somebody would have made a video like this for me whenever I was buying clay. So hopefully this has helped you out tremendously, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye for now.